Hello and welcome, or welcome back to our Minecraft 1.20 survival Let's Play. So here we are in our beautiful little village here. It is finally, I feel like it's finally starting to come together, but today we are going to be making it come much more together. So we are going to be working on some villager houses today, and hopefully it's a beautiful day in Minecraft, but it is a very overly warm, like global warming kind of week this week where I live. So I have to do this with the windows open, and I'm really hoping that the audio works out and is not too crazy in here today. So fingers crossed this, everything sounds good. But yeah, we're going to be building some houses today. So I don't remember what we all have here for house building, but I do want to kind of play around a little bit, build them out of some different materials. Obviously, we want to keep something kind of cohesive, but I do want to maybe try using some different, stone types for like roofs and stuff. Like maybe we can get some granite going, and I don't know about diorite. I don't really know how to use it, but we could maybe do it. Maybe even some bricks for chimneys and stuff like that. So I'm going to head back to our storage at the house and see what else we have there. It actually looks like we might need more stone too if we want to do any building with stone, which I think we will want to. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then we have quite a bit of spruce. I might chop down the forest one more time just to get a little bit more from there as well, because spruce is definitely my favorite wood that we have to build with. Dark oak is my favorite wood to build with, but we do not have that in this series yet, at least. So we're making our do with the spruce wood, but I think that's a good way to tie everything together a little bit. I think we have a bunch of glass still there in those chests as well, if I remember correctly. So we don't really need to worry too much about that right now. But yeah, I think this should be pretty good. All right, you guys, I actually lost the audio for these first couple of houses for, I don't even know what reason. I still have the footage, I just have no actual speaking audio, and the actual in-game audio is kind of messed up as well. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of how I built these. Honestly, the other houses that we're building in this episode are very similar anyway, so if you're looking for any, tricks and that kind of thing, you're gonna see them in those videos as well. But this first one is our pink house. It's got the deep slate for a trim and spruce wood as a trim. Is basically what that looks like. We built a cool chimney on this one. We're gonna build these chimneys a few more times in the exact same style as well. And yeah, that one, we're gonna build another house that looks almost exactly like that in different colors. This one was a bit more interesting, and I am really sad that we didn't get the footage for this one properly, but you'll be able to see it some more in the video later on as well. But this is a great big one that we put on a big platform, and I used up all of our brick on this one. But yeah, I apologize again, so let's just get back to the normal video. Okay, so for this next little house, I think I'm gonna do it in a style very similar to this one, just because I feel like this is a good use of kind of small amounts of space, I guess, if that makes sense. So I think I'm gonna do kind of the same thing with I'm pretty sure I'd stuck this out because I was intending to do the chimney on that side as well. So I think we can do something very similar. And then, yeah, I think it'll be okay. This walkway is a little bit small maybe, but I don't know. It's meant to be sort of a narrow little corridor anyway, so I'm sure it will be fine. So for the palette on this one, I'm thinking we'll do yellow as the fun color. We'll do brick for at least like a foundation. I'm thinking we'll do like brick maybe, and then a couple of yellow, and then maybe also brick for the fireplace, just to make it look a little bit different than this one. And then I grabbed the black stone as well, maybe for the roof trim, so that we're not doing, or maybe we just do brick at the base, brick at the roof trim, and then black stone at the or not black stone, sorry, I think this is deep slate. Yeah, deep slate for the fireplace, or the chimney maybe. I actually think that might work quite well. Anyway, we'll try it out and see what it looks like. All right, there we go. The fireplace is in. So we get our little lively smoke coming up out of there. And then we just need to kind of finish things off here with the doors and the windows and all of that fun stuff. And then, of course, we will do a little bit of decoration here. So I'm thinking maybe we'll frame the door this time. Just something simple like that looks good enough. And then, I don't know about this window. Maybe we'll do the trap door and pot here again. Could look good as a little shelf of sorts. And then I think on this wall, just to add a little something, I'm thinking maybe a column up the middle just to kind of look like, I don't know, something broken up a little bit there. And then maybe we'll do like trapdoors on these windows as like shutters. Yeah, okay. It's not like we're going to be seeing that side much anyway, but I think that just kind of adds a little something there. And then really the last thing that I'm looking at is the fact that we're seeing this chimney as the main focus as you're walking like into the town down this kind of main street. So we'll definitely liven it up a little bit with some like cute plants and stuff around here, but I'm also wondering if we could get away with doing something like this just to spruce it up a little bit, regardless of the pun there. Yeah, I think that kind of ties it in a little bit better. And then for the inside, we'll do our little fireplace thing again. Just put that one down there. I think that looks quite good. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do, what should we do for the floors in here? I think around the fireplace for sure, I'll just do this this same deep slate, just so that it kind of, you know, matches in a little bit there. And then I think the bed in here will go, I guess we'll just put it in the corner, the double bed, and we can just do a little cute end table on this side. And then maybe we'll save this corner for like a cute plant. There's not a ton of room in this one, but I think that's okay. And then we can just hang a couple of lanterns in here as well. All right, and there we go. Nothing too exciting, but I think that'll be perfect. The only other thing actually I was thinking, we could maybe do like some paintings in some of these houses. Like we could do something like that, and then maybe not that one because we want to get a better view of the fireplace. But if we did something like this, maybe we can do, I don't know if there's any like 3 wide paintings. I can't remember if we had done any on our house, but maybe I could look into that a little bit as well. But there is our third little house. I think this one's actually so cute. Okay, so for this next one, I've got a bit of a crazier idea, but I think maybe this will look kind of fun. I'm gonna do deep slate, cherry plank, oak for the accents, since the deep slate is so dark, and some green concrete. So what I'm thinking is we'll do green concrete for the walls, and then we'll do deep slate for like a lot of the, like maybe not a full foundation, but like a little deck maybe leading up to the door, and the trim for the roof. And then the cherry planks will be used for the actual roof itself. And we'll do another sideways one. I kind of like these like sideways roofs, and we'll do that out of cherry wood because we'll be able to see it really well, I think. And this one is a bit wider than these as well, so it'll be even a taller roof. So I think we can make that work quite well. So what I'm thinking is we'll put the door here and we'll just give them a little bit of a porch. So we'll do that, and then like stairs, maybe like one stair, and then yeah, something like that I think will be fine. Then we can do little like pillars holding up a little like awning over the over the doorway, if that makes sense. And then since it is all on the second level anyway, maybe I will go ahead and do the whole kind of outline in deep slate. There we go, a good little foundation like that. And then we'll just kind of, I thought about, well, maybe we should do the deep slate in the corners too. Now, you know what, let's just do it green and we'll see. If it looks too green, then we'll change it up. Okay, yeah, I decided a little too green, so we added in the pillars on the sides, and I think that looks pretty good. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the roof. I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna line the roof with the deep slate, and then we're gonna use the cherry wood just to bring in a little bit of a lighter color up there. Okay, so let's try a few things here with the accents. So we have the cherry wood roof up there, which I think looks really good. And I know I had mentioned maybe using the oak for like adding in details, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should just stick with cherry wood, as it does look pretty decent. We could do something like that for the windows like we've done before. Maybe on this one we can just do shutters, and then we can fill it with glass. Just like that, I think that looks good. And then we might as well just do the same thing on this side. And then now that we've already kind of brought in that pink a little bit, maybe let's try doing the oak for like the fencing and stuff here, just to see what that looks like. Okay, sure, I think that looks fine. We can like add a little bit more around the windows here as well. And then underneath the window, I think maybe we could do a shelf on this one. Something like that, just a little bit interesting, I think. And then on the back here, what should we do? Maybe we do something similar. We just do, no, actually that's gonna look kind of strange because it's not quite centered. We could just have a couple of columns coming down like that, just to add a little bit to it. Actually, what might even be cute along the back here is if we did like some actual kind of shelving. So if we did something like that, and then if I put stairs underneath, we can't use it, but if we do something like that, then we can do 2 tiers of shelves. Maybe we'll just put a whole bunch of plants up there or something like that. I think that could look good. There, maybe something like that. A cute little display. We'll put some flowers in, and then maybe we won't put anything in the big pots, and they'll just be kind of for show. But yeah, I think that will work well. Okay, yeah, there, actually. I decided to just go with the small pots. I think that looks pretty good. I actually didn't even realize you could put the azaleas in pots, but I really like that. I think that's really cute, so I'm gonna have to do some more of those, maybe on the interior ones as well. But there is the outside of this house. Oh wait, no, there we go. That is the outside of this house. Perfect, we got our little tulip. Put these down here, but now that I'm actually looking at it, I think maybe I would rather do plants here. And then we can just hang a lantern right in the middle there. I think that looks good enough. Okay, there we go. I just put it on the side there. I was trying to do some plants on the inside here, but it was just making it look a little bit too crowded. So I think that looks good as is. And then last but not least, we can take a look at the inside here. So you kind of walk in. This is the most central area for a bed, but also if we kind of tucked it into the side over here, we would probably have some more room for a table over here. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll do bed, table, and then hang some lamps, and I don't know, maybe we'll do a couple of plants just like the other one. It's not going to be too exciting now that we've seen some of the other interiors. They all kind of are going to end up looking the same. All right, just like that. Cute, easy little house interior there. So I almost forgot that we had actually brought all of this granite with us, so I'm going to use this one in the next house. And I was kind of looking at the colors. I think yellow is the only one that we have made that is going to work for this. We could probably do like white concrete or something like that, and it would probably look good, but I don't have that made already, so I think maybe we'll stick with yellow. Our other yellow house is way over there, so I think it's fine to make this one yellow as well. The colors will be kind of similar because this is, red and yellow, but I think it'll look good. And we'll use spruce for the trimming this time. And yeah, I think that'll look good. I think for this house, since this one has a foundation, I think I want this one to have a little foundation as well. I think that would probably be for the best, just to kind of make them match up a little bit better. So I'm going to try doing granite for the foundation, yellow on top, and then spruce for the roof trim, and granite for the roof like fill. So it might be a little bit, I'm not sure. This is kind of another one of those ones that I'm sort of 50-50 on whether or not this is actually going to work out, but we might as well try it out and see. Okay, so here is what I came up with for the base of this house. I was actually thinking something that could be cool is to have like a basement suite in this one. So that's what I built. So this door here actually just goes right down into this dark, scary basement, which we could actually make some windows. I think we can do windows on this level because that goes right to ground level. So I think that's going to be perfect. I'm going to decide afterwards where exactly we want the windows. Let me just fix this real quick. And then for the upper level, you just come up the stairs here, and then you've got a good little house open and ready here as well. So I'm going to put the roof on and then decide what to do for windows. I mean, they'll be pretty, basically exactly as you're expecting, but I'm going to do the roof first just to see what it looks like. So I'm thinking we'll do a pitched roof going the same direction as this one. So across again, but then maybe we'll add a roof going the other direction over top of this little outcropping here for the basement door. I think that'll look quite good. And then I was thinking maybe about a fireplace, like another chimney, just to kind of decorate this back wall here a little bit. So I think I might build one here as well. I'm just not really sure out of what material would look best here. Maybe, I don't think I want to bring more granite in, but maybe just regular stone bricks would look good. I might try that. Okay, so there's what it looks like with the roof. I need to go and get a bit more granite to fill off the other side, but that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I added in some places where the windows will go here as well. I think that's looking pretty decent. It's kind of an interesting color combination with the granite and the yellow, but I don't know. I think it kind of works. It's maybe not my best work, but I think it's fine. So in the back here, I'm going to go ahead and put together this chimney. So I'm going to make it look basically the same as all of our other ones have been. And then we'll go up from there. All right, there we go. I just added a little brick one up there just for, I don't know, for a little bit of fun. Just to make it a little bit different. I don't know if it's quite going to be high enough to see over top of that part of the roof, but I think it's okay. I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. These windows I actually should probably move over a little bit. There, I think that works a little bit better. And then I think I'm going to give them a fireplace in here as well, just to, you know, lighten up the place a little bit. There we go. I would say that looks enough like a fireplace for me. And there we go, a simple one for up here as well. So as for this hole in the ground, I was kind of thinking we could either like just make this area a little bit higher with some platforms, or I could just do something like a bookshelf here to kind of cover that one. I don't know, it's kind of weird because it sticks out by 2, right? So it would be like a double bookshelf. I'm not really sure. Okay, there. How about a cute little, this can be kind of like that tiered plant shelf that we have on that other house there. I can put some pots up here for display. I think that'll be super cute. Now, this little house up here is kind of getting a bit tight. I'm not even 100% sure where I want to put the bed. We could always just tuck it into this corner here, put a little table there, and just, I don't know, say the shelf is right beside the bed. Or we could just put it right here. I mean, it's just a villager house after all. We could just do a little double bed right there as well. Or this one could be a single bed house since we do have the basement suite anyway. So you could put a bed there, add a little end table on that side. And then this is our cute little shelf. And then we could do like a little sitting table here as well. Maybe that's the way we'll do it. We'll just do a single bed upstairs. And then maybe we'll also only have a room for a single bed downstairs. Let's take a look. No, actually down here, we don't have that weird shelf thing, so we can easily do a double bed just kind of in that corner. Or honestly, even like right beside the fireplace or something like that. I think that'll work quite well. But I was just thinking for the windows down here, I don't know that I want to just do glass. I wanted to see what these trap doors looked like because, actually I want to put that on the inside. Yeah, I think it makes sense for the basement windows to be maybe a little bit different, and I think that looks quite good. All right, yeah, this is definitely coming together. I am just a little bit bothered by this window not being centered from the outside, so I'm going to go ahead and make that one smaller. But yeah, okay, I think that works. All right, so let's look at adding a little bit of detail out here first. So I'm going to use spruce for the outside detailing this time. Kind of thinking we could probably do some kind of cute little overhang for this door that also serves as like a kind of a lower shelf for the window here. There, we can do something simple like that and then hang a lantern from the center there. I think that'll look really good. And then maybe we should make something slightly more elaborate for like underneath this window. We could do something with the stairs that just sort of, I don't know, makes it look a little bit bigger. Okay, there, how about something like that? I lowered the window a little bit. We could actually do a few more trapdoors just to continue the framing there too. There's a cute little shelf for us. And then why don't we do a little garden here just to add a little bit of greenery to it. Just like that. And then along the side here, I'm thinking we can just do a couple of trapdoors here as like railings. And then I think we definitely need to bring a little bit more of this color around the back. So I'm thinking, what about just a couple of pillars on the sides here? And then maybe we can do that trapdoor thing we did before. Just to add a little bit of the brown to the fireplace as well. Perfect. I think with like a couple of plants planted back here, that's going to look perfectly fine. And then one last little idea that I had was to maybe look at hanging a lantern in front of this door. So we could do just like a little, I don't know, a little wooden feature right sticking out of the outside there. And I will strip that log so that it looks a little bit more like the same color as everything else. Yeah, okay, I think that's perfect. All right, and of course, last thing is to add in our lamps and our pots and our bushes and some of our plants. Okay, there, I would say that is a house. Perfectly acceptable villager house. Now we've got 2 interiors to finish up. So in here, as I mentioned, I was thinking we could use this as a shelf. So let's just put, oh, we cannot put pots down there. That's okay. Let's just put 3 pots up top and then obviously we'll leave the bottom. And actually, just because I think that it will look perfectly fine in here, I'm going to do one of those so that it kind of matches that, but we can also use this as an end table, and we are just going to put the bed right there. I think the villagers will have a fine time getting in and out of the bed. I don't think that's going to be the end of the world. Though I'm thinking maybe it will be up one more, so we can actually do a full sort of headrest in the back, which I think will look good, because we can add a couple of extra things up there. Then we'll just add in the cute little table and chairs right here. And finish it off with one of our infamous houseplants here in the back. Now in the basement here, I was saying we could do the bed over on this side, so we can add one end table to this one. And one interesting thing about this, actually, you know what, we'll do a different type of end table because we cannot hang any lanterns from the roof up here. So if we did something like, I don't know, does it matter? We can just do it this way. I think that'll look just fine. So that we can put a little lamp by the bed. I think that'll look really good. And then maybe we just do the other one up on this ledge here. And then this other ledge we can do just like a flower or something like that for a little bit of decoration. And of course we have this perfect little corner here where we can put their table and chairs. And actually, now that I am looking at it, I think this basement suite definitely needs a little bit of greenery as well. So what I'm going to do here instead is actually do bed in this corner. We're going to do our famous plant in this corner. And then we can do a shelf up top with the lamp in it. There, that looks much better. All right, there's another house checked off the list. Now just 2 more to go. Since this one right here is a pink house, I do think I want to do something a little bit more neutral for this one, kind of along the lines of this house here, because we've got color, color, color. Everything's surrounded by color. So I think we could do something neutral here, and then maybe we'll bring the pink back and do, we haven't used the magenta blocks yet. I think those were pink, and then I have a magenta as well. Maybe we'll bring the magenta back for this one. So let's start with this one. We'll do it a bit more neutral. Maybe we'll use some of the terracotta blocks again that we brought through. Now we have light gray and regular terracotta left, so I think I'm going to stick with the light gray for this one. All right, so gray terracotta. I'm thinking maybe we'll use just stone brick as the stone, and then what if we did tried to use our oak wood for this one? I've kind of failed to use oak wood in a lot of these. I always go back to spruce, but maybe I'll just stick with the oak wood for this one because it does kind of lighten it up a little bit. The rest of the palette is a bit more of it's definitely more of a neutral, kind of more blended one, but I think that could work quite nicely. Okay, there. The stone brick was the wrong answer. The correct answer is definitely the deep slate brick. It just looked way too washed out with the other one, and this one just kind of matches with the other buildings so much better. So I think that kind of works. I don't know. This oak wood will need to grow on me a little bit, but I think we can make that work just fine as is. So let's add a bit of decoration in there. I'm thinking I'm going to try to stick with as much deep slate in the front as possible, just to kind of bring that dark color in. So something like doing a little shelf underneath the window here. We could do, actually, let's turn it the other way. Yeah, we could do something like that. I'm going to get rid of these chairs. These stairs just there for holding it together. But yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. And then for kind of some pillars, I was thinking we could just use the walls up, like straight up. There, just like that. Not that we can really get a very good look at the front of this house anyway, because it's so cramped up next to this one, but I think that looks okay. And then I noticed we have a weird little planter back here. I'm actually just going to take this down because it doesn't make sense to have this here. And these guys do each have a window looking into the other house, but you know, they're villagers. They can, what kind of privacy do they really need? At least the iron golems can fit down these streets. Okay, can you just get out of the way, please? I need to take a better look at my house. So this side here is also going to be backed up right against another house, and so is the back of this one. So I don't even think I'm going to bother too much with decorating the other sides, because you really won't be able to see them anyway. But on the back here, there is like one spare space, so I think just to kind of make everything look a bit even, I'll do a couple of pillars of the stone walls in the back there, just to kind of tie that in a little bit better. Yeah, there, I think that ties it in just a little bit nicer. All right, and then on the inside here, we can keep this, I mean, it's just gonna be as simple as all our other ones. So say we got bed there, we can add a little bit of carpet, just because we have a little bit of extra carpet here. A little end table looks good. Actually, no, let's do what we had done before with the end table. So we'll do something like that so that we can actually put a lantern on top. I think that'll look a little bit better. And then we can save this last fence that we have for our little dining table. And we could add a little corner shelf up here for a lantern. And maybe we'll even add one more up here so that we can just add a little bit of greenery to this place. There, just like that. All right, so for the last house of today, I'm wondering if we could do something a little bit crazy and just do pink on pink on pink. So if we did something like magenta as our, base for this house, we did our pillars, even out of the regular cherry log. I think that color is really cool. It's kind of purplish, sort of matches quite well with that. And then if we did like spruce for the outline of the ceiling and then, or the roof, and then cherry wood as well on the roof. I think that's going to make kind of a fun palette for our last build of the day. And I don't think it's going to look too absurd next to everything else here as well. All right, and here she is. The house is pretty much completed. So I haven't really done any decorating on the outside, but it is pretty busy already. So I know we don't need too much. I was thinking maybe we'll just do a couple planters right in front here because we have the space for it. I also did already add a chimney on this side, so that kind of takes up that whole wall there. And then the other one that I was thinking of is this one. So this wall here is obviously pretty open. Oh, I missed the glass up there. I got to do that. But we will be able to see this wall quite frequently from, if we're up here or anything like that. So I was actually debating whether or not we should maybe do a sort of bigger window here, like more of a bay window. I think could be quite nice. Now, what if we did a shape like that? It would definitely give everybody a lot of view into this villager's house, but I do think it looks kind of cool. And honestly, since we have so much of this stained glass left, I think we could actually make it look, kind of cool, some sort of a stained glass window situation. There, how about something like that? What does that look like from the outside here? Yeah, okay, I think that looks kind of cute. So we could also just do a nice big planter here. I think that would look, I think that would make a lot of sense. And of course we will add a few cute flowers to it. There we go. And then on this side, so, okay, wait. Let me explain what I did to this house first. So I did 2 entrances on this one, and I actually split it up into 2 different houses. So we've got a nice, cute little house on this side, and a separate cute little house on this side. So I think that looks really good, and we can basically do the same sort of thing on both entrances just to make it look about equal. And then last couple things that I want to put up on the outside here are a couple of lanterns. All right, and let's move on to do some indoor furniture. So this one I think is pretty straightforward. We can do a nice double bed in the middle, a couple of tables on the sides, and we could do a shelf right across the top here so that we can put a lantern and maybe a couple of pots, just like that. And then we obviously want them to have a cute little sitting table as well, and I think there's just enough room to squeeze by if we put it just right here. Just like that. And then for one last little decoration in here, I think we can do one of our potted plants right in this corner. There we go. So you can see a little bit of greenery as you walk in. And then on this side, we do have a little bit less space, just because this side's a little bit smaller and we got the fireplace kind of in the way, but I think we could still make this work. So if we did a bed in this corner and then we just did maybe one of these little shelves there with a lantern on it, I think that would be perfect. And then we can actually we could do like a little corner table. So I don't want to take up all this space here, but if we just did something like that and then put a chair here and put a chair here, maybe that blocks the fireplace too much. Let's just stick with a little half table there. They don't need a full table in this one. And we've got this little bit of space up here above the fireplace as well. So I'm going to put a couple of potted plants up here. Actually, I'm going to put one potted plant and a lantern up here, and then I'm going to use this table for another potted plant. And we'll do just a mini little flowery bush in the corner there. All right, so the very last thing that I'm going to do before this episode finishes is I'm going to do the pathway all the way up here, basically just where we've built. So I'm going to do the pathway all the way to about here or so, and then I'm going to do this road here as well, just you know, make the actual path look kind of nice. And maybe we'll add a couple of street lamps and stuff where we need them. I'm not sure. I mean, these alleyways are pretty narrow, but we could probably do like a lamp here, maybe a lamp right here as well to kind of start off the pathways, and then just stick with the house lighting for most of this area. All right, and here it is. So I decided to go with a bit more rustic pathway. We kind of transitioned from this like pure stone into something more village-like, I think. And I think it looks really good kind of mixed in here. So you can see down that alley. I won't go too far because it's I did not finish off everything down there yet. But you can see I added in a few lampposts here and there. And then we've got this cute little alleyway here as well. Added in a little bit of greenery into these little spaces. There's an iron golem trapped in there. And yeah, that is basically that. So as always, let me know what you thought of this episode. Maybe in the comments, let me know which house was your favorite today. Was it the pink one, the yellow one, our big magenta house, or the green house, or gosh, what else did I do? I guess 2 yellow houses, or the brick roof house. Let me know which one you liked the best, just so that I have a good idea of what kind of style we should do for the rest of this village. And yeah, I will talk to you in the next one.